Okay, this is the assignment demonstration for computer and networks applications for Patrick Munsey. First, I'm going to open up my code to demonstrate that I'm using UDP and TCP sockets. On lines 41 and 42 is when the UDP socket is initialized, and the listen to UDP function runs on a thread, and on a separate thread is the listen to TCP function, which uses the TCP socket. I'm now going to run my program. Before that, I'm going to show you my bash script that I've put together, just calling a few functions for peers 1 through 5. I've chosen these numbers just to make it easier to track. I can change those around later and give a demonstration there. And also the auto marking will show that as well. So now I'm going to run the program. As you can see, 5 terminals pop up. I've ordered the terminals from in ascending order, going clockwise, with P1 in the top left of the screen. As you can see, they all are communicating to the correct peers. I'm now going to request a file from P1, the file 258. As you can see, that it has asked its successor, which is P2. P2 has the file and has responded directly back to P1. No other peers were contacted during this process, only those involved in the sequence, and then direct message it back to the original requester. That's all ping successor marks covered and requesting file marks covered. Peer departure will now be done. P2 will now depart. As you can see, P1 and P5 have now changed their successors to the appropriate peers. P2 can now have its terminal closed, as it is no longer part of the network. And the ping messages can show and demonstrate that this has taken place. I will now have peer 3 leave the network ungracefully. As you can see, the ping response from peer 3 is no longer being received from peer 1. And peer 4 is no longer receiving ping requests from peer 3. So peer 3 has left the network. Peer 1 has detected that peer 3 is no longer live, and it has successfully reallocated peer 4 and 5 as its successors. Peer 5 has done the same. This is all killer peer marks demonstrated. And as you can see, all pings are now being requested and replied by the correct peers in the network.